Today, we're getting a better idea of what happened yesterday on Christmas morning when a man killed his wife and then himself at a Thornton house of worship. Kevin Vaughn from our 9 Wants to Know team talked with a witness and a police today. He's walking us now through a sequence of events. Pretty confusing day.
Tom, we should note that Jehovah's Witnesses do not celebrate Christmas, but this congregation's normal Sunday gathering was set for 9:30 a.m. A few minutes after 9 a.m., police tell us there was one person inside the Kingdom Hall of Jehovah's Witnesses in Thornton and 2 others in the parking lot, a husband and wife who were former members of the congregation.
I just heard arguing, so I opened up the front door and I didn't see anybody.
Tawny Ansel was across the street, wrapping a few last-minute gifts. At first, she saw nothing ominous and closed her door.
And then I heard more arguing, then we heard glass break.
According to Thornton police, that's when 3 pipe bomb-like devices were thrown through a front window.
And then I heard a big bang, and then a couple seconds later I heard another big bang.
Those bangs were gunfire. As police tell us, the man shot and killed his wife in the parking lot, moved a short distance away, and ended his own life. Roughly 24 hours later, as a crew was replacing that broken window and a carpet cleaning truck droned, Ansel was left to contemplate what she'd heard and seen.
They're really nice people. They're really humble. They're super, super nice. I didn't expect nothing like this from them.
A small number of people were arriving for that 9:30 a.m. meeting as this incident unfolded. Thornton police tell us those witnesses have been interviewed. In the meantime, the Adams County Coroner's Office has not yet made public the identities of the 2 people who died.
It seems like officials are being tight-lipped still about exactly what they do know or what they think may have happened.
That's true. We have been told that this couple were former members of this congregation, for example, but a person with the Jehovah's Witness I spoke to a little while ago would not say anything about how long they'd been members, when they had left, any of that kind of stuff. And it's been the same with the police and the coroner's office as well. Very little new information today.
A religious man is supposed to be the king of his household, especially as a follower of the Lord. Unfortunately, not everybody has the same idea of what a religious man should be. For Enoch Noah Apodaca, 46, he chose to murder his wife, Melissa Susanna Martinez, 44, and to commit suicide right in the Jehovah's Witness Kingdom Hall on Christmas Day. Welcome to Cold Cases. Be sure to subscribe and stay safe. This terrible event occurred on Christmas Day in 2022 in Thornton, Colorado. According to police reports, at 8:45 a.m., Apodaca entered his place of business in the 5600 block of Logan Street with what appeared to be a bucket. The bucket was one of 3 explosives he had that day, one of which he used to bomb a union office. Apodaca apparently entered the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers Local 68 with what appeared to be a large bucket and later exited the building and got back into his vehicle. The explosion occurred shortly after he left, police said, and there were no injuries. According to court papers obtained by 9 News, Apodaca was fired from the company in June 2021. He had also previously threatened to shoot his wife and others he believed were the reason for his termination, prompting a former co-worker to file a protection order against him in December 2021. During the investigation, police learned that Apodaca also had a rocky relationship with the congregation, saying in a press release that he and his wife were previous members of the hall and were no longer welcomed. The night before the incident, Apodaca apparently reached out to a member expressing interest in returning to the congregation, but he was directed to speak with the elder members, the release states. According to the last police news release, Enoch Apodaca was seen directing Melissa to back a black Dodge truck up to the building just below a window. He then broke the window with a hammer and places what was later discovered to be 3 explosive devices into the Kingdom Hall building. Enoch then approached Melissa, who had exited the truck, and shot her in the back of the head with a shotgun. Enoch then shot himself with the same shotgun, the police news release says. None of the explosive devices police believe he placed into Kingdom Hall detonated, the police release says. A bomb technician found that a fuse on one of the devices nearly detonated before being extinguished or experiencing a malfunction. This device was attached to a bucket similar to what was found to have been used earlier at the Logan Street location. Westminster police were warned more than a year ago about the man's violent threats and bomb-making history, the Denver Post reported. According to the Post, in that incident, Apodaca was accused of threatening the Kingdom Hall congregation, and he was accused of threatening to shoot his wife and a union representative. The latter threat occurred after Apodaca was fired from a job as a union contractor electrician for Sturgeon Electric Company Incorporated. It was reported that a caller told police in 2021 that Apodaca was using drugs, withdrawing from his family, and threatening violence. His wife also lost her job at that time. He said people were going to pay and there is going to be carnage, the caller told police, according to the Post. Apodaca was described as very intelligent and manipulative, and after his passing the police went back to the home of Apodaca and Martinez, luckily not finding any more explosive devices. What happened to this family is a tragedy. May they eventually find peace. Apodaca was a troubled man, who felt as if nobody could help him with his issues. However, that is no excuse to abuse your wife and bomb your former workplace, because there is always a way to fix your issues. More videos about missing person cases, cold cases, and true crime cases are on the way. Be sure to stay safe and we'll see you next time.